Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, just intuition. This side Saurav Gupta, and today I am going to solve this daily lead code problem. And you can believe me, I have never solved this question before. I'm trying live with you, and let's see whether I'm able to solve it or not. And let's build intuition together. So let me study the question. So today question is LEETCODE 3453 separate squares 1. So let's do the question first, understand the question because understanding the question is more important. So you are given a 2D integer array squares. Okay. Each square I जिसमें है तीन वेरिएबल. You are given 2D integer array squares. Each squares I is 3 points represent the coordinates of the bottom left point and the side length of the square parallel to the x-axis. I can't understand this. Let me go further. Find the minimum y coordinate value of a horizontal line such that the total area of the square above the line equal to the total area of the square below the line. Answer within 10 to the power minus 5 of the actual answer will be accepted. Note square may overlap. Overlapping areas should be counted multiple times. So I studied a whole question, but nothing I can understand from this. Let me try again with example. As it said, you are given a 2D integer array square. So I have 2D integer array. This okay. Then each square I that means every single value of the array has 3 points. Okay, X, Y, and L. So what are these points? These points represents coordinates of the bottom left point. So as we have a square, coordinates of the bottom left, that means this 0. Coordinates of the bottom left point and the side length of a square parallel to x-axis, side length parallel to x-axis. That means we are given this length. Okay. Now I can understand. This x and I and yi represents the bottom left point coordinate as here 0, 0, 1, 0, x and 0, y. That means our square where? Eh? 0, 0, 1. 1 is the length. Okay. Then why there is 2 points? Okay. First is at 0, 0. Okay. Bottom left. This should be 0, 0, 0. Yeah, actually this is aligned. So this is 0, 0. Length is 1. Okay. Second is 2, 2. That is this. And length is also 1. Okay, now can understand the question. So what I have to do? I have to do find the minimum y coordinate value. Y coordinate value, minimum y coordinate, this coordinate value of a horizontal line. Y coordinate, there is a horizontal line, I have to put this there y coordinate. So that the total area of the squares above the line equals the total area of the square below the line. Okay. Find the minimum y coordinate value. I have to return a y coordinate value. This is y is equal to only this line. A horizontal line, okay, parallel to x-axis. So that the total area of the squares above the lines, total area of the squares above the line equal total area of the squares below the line. Answer within 10 to the power minus 5. Okay, squares may overlap. Overlapping areas should be counted multiple times. Any horizontal line between y बराबर 1 and y बराबर 2 will have one square unit above it and one square unit below it. The lowest option is 1. Okay, little bit I can understand the question. What about this example? So in this example, I have squares array. So this is the axis. You know this. I can see that this is 0, 0, 2. Okay. This is 1, 1, 1. Okay. I have to calculate an axis. Total area 0 है. Huh. What is the meaning of this? Find the minimum y coordinate value of a horizontal line such that minimum y coordinate value of a horizontal line. Any y started from, so each y will go to negative. I don't think so. Let me think about that later. Minimum y coordinate means 0, 1, 2, like that. Of horizontal lines so that the total area of the squares above the lines. Total area of the squares above the line. Above the line, there is very infinite squares. Below the infinite squares, I think. You are given to read the entire square putting the coordinate on the bottom. Let me think. I think as we have given this square, so we have to draw the line such that the input squares have equal areas above and equal areas below. Okay, I got the question. We have to return the double. So let me first initialize something like what? Nothing. Let me calculate the sizes. First, squares. Okay, we have to draw a line. Minimum y coordinate. That means any square that is given to us, that's area is equal to any square that is given to us below the line. I got the question. Let's discuss the constraints. The length of a square will not exceed 10 to the power 4, so we should limit our solution to near about a log n. Okay, total area of the square will not exceed 10 to the power 12. So, what to do first? First, we have to calculate we have given squares and their coordinates. We can calculate because we have length given. Okay, and it is squares. That means what is the meaning of this? Every length will be equal. So we can calculate areas of each squares regarding this. We are also have this whole y coordinate like this 0 and this 1. No, in this 0y, 0y, 2y, 2y. What to do? What to do? What to do? It looks like it's a typical mathematical problem. How to approach? What can we do? We have these squares. We have there all squares. We have to find a y line that can separate equally with respect to squares. Okay, if overlapping area, then should be counted multiple times. Hmm. This question is a medium question. Seems very hard question. No, it's a very easy question. To do this area and this area. If I suppose for each square, if we divide by mid, we can get multiple lines. Or we can do what we can do. We have to calculate the minimum value of y that divide the areas made by the squares in two equal parts. This line can be there, this line can be there. But we have to go with minimum. That means y is equal to 1. How this line can become? This is a square, this is a square. Oh, this written difference. How simple. This is the square, this is the square, square and square, double square. We can have multiple squares and overlapping all that other things. If I have multiple inputs, big inputs, small inputs, then there will be a line which will divide all the area into two equal parts. What we can think as extreme brute force. Extreme. We can try start from here as you can see in the constants xi yi will be greater than 0. So we can start with this. First we will do y at 0, then calculate above and below area, then y 0.5, then y1, then y 1.5, y2. There will be a function which will calculate above and below areas, and we will, if we are going. Wait, here I can see a binary search. I will take this as low and upper max as y. We will calculate the mid. If mid gives greater area, then we shift there and then there. Can we implement things like that? May I have a low? Where will be a low y? Low y. Low y. Low y. Aja. Low y can be at 0 and I have to make a high I. High y. Maximum value of I can be. So how to get the maximum value of I? This 0 plus length will be the maximum. 2 plus 1 3. I think so. I'm correct. Yes. So let me traverse into this squares array. Please don't come messages. I'm recording videos. So we have a y here as squares. Is the spelling correct? I and 1. Yes. And we have a length square I 2. And you don't need to be initialized. High I can be initialized with squares of 0, 1 plus squares 0 and 2. Okay, so now high y coordinate will go with the max of high y, comma squares. Sorry, yes, correct. I1 plus I2. So in that way we can get the highest value of y in that coordinate geometry. 7,000 people are solving. So we have a low y, we have a high y. Now we can calculate a mid y. Calculate me as the mid. So what we do low plus high minus low by 2, I think. Yes. But as the answer can be a double, so we will start with double. 0.0 d. Ah, double, 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 double. So in this way we have a mid now. Now we have a mid. We have to calculate the upper area and the lower area. So let me use that traditional binary search approach. While low is less than or equal to high, is there any equal to? Let me configure that in the later. And we have a mid. Okay. Now calculate area, upper mid and lower mid. But how to do that? That's not my problem. So I will do what? Area can be each coordinates will be in the decimal. Okay, don't think about that. Make it a bit. So there is a double function that will calculate what? Upper mid area. Upper mid will be a calculate upper function that will take our y coordinate, that is the mid, and this squares array and give me the upper mid area. And there is a double lower mid and calculate lower with the function which will take the mid and this squares array. Then after that, if our upper mid is greater than lower mid, wait. If our upper mid is equal to lower mid area, that means we got an answer. Think minimum about later. Later think me about minimum. This can be our answer. That means answer will be y. I mean mid. But still, answer can be go more minimum side. But we can think about that later. Just to break it. Else if upper mid is greater than lower mid. If upper mid is greater, then what we can do? We can in traditional binary search. I mean there is no traditional binary search. If upper mid is greater, that means we have to secure mid to the upper side, a little bit upper. Hmm. Okay. Then our low y will become the mid, and there will be no change in the high y, or else our high y will become mid. I think I am correct. Now the one part that is still not solved is this function that will calculate the area. Should not be too much hard. Double first try to implement first upper. We have a y coordinate and this vector of in the squares array. Okay. This function will calculate the area of upper side above the y. So let me calculate for all the square that will come above this y coordinate. So what I'm gonna do is like calculate for this is size, then I will iterate for all the squares We have all the squares x, y, and length. If any square's y coordinate lies to the or below the this y, then that square will not contribute to the area in this function. So if if square of I of 1 plus sq of I of 2 is like below or equal to y, that means we can continue for this. But if it lies like for this, we have a y like this, and this is lying, we have to calculate the area. So area is nothing but length into breadth. So if we subtract this with this, we can get the length and breadth. What will be the breadth? Breadth is the same, chord is the same breadth. We have coordinates. Coordinates. We have length already given. Don't need to think about very much. Okay, we have written an answer. So let me double area as 0, and if you are contributing in the area, then area plus equal what? You are a square of I type. Okay. You have, I want your maximum y, like here your y is 2, and we have this 1.5. I just need to subtract this your y maximum y coordinate, that is about 1 plus 2, your maximum y coordinate minus my y, that's correct, and multiply by just our length. Length, are you sure? I think so. What is this? This is our y coordinate below y coordinate plus the length. That is this whole area. And if we subtract this area, okay. This is the whole, like till this, and we are subtracting this, we are getting the exact point. And for length, this is 2. I think this is correct from our side. This should be the area for all the squares above. And finally, we will return this area. And for the next function, we have calculate lower. Am I correct? Okay. So we have a y here, and I still not sure. We have a size, we have a double area, and we will going to iterate with the same. And here the same. If your y max y coordinate lies above or equal to y. Wait. If y lies equal, you can contribute. No, you can't. Your max y is less than or equal. So for below, if you're below y coordinate is greater than or equal. So here we have just need to consider this. If you look like this, then you don't need to come here. In the area, you will not contribute. But if this is not, you can contribute, you should, you may, you have to contribute in the area. So, in the area, what will be the area? If you talk about this portion, suppose this and this is the line, we have to calculate this below area. Area will be the length first. So length, but we calculate this breadth. This breadth will be, why we have this. We just need to do I1. This is my y coordinate, lower y coordinate. But we have to subtract from y. This time we get the length for breadth. Just we need to do this. Now we have the area. We can just simply return the area. I also have my both tissue show me test. So let me test it out first. Let's check. What happens? Very bad network, I think. What happens? Okay, this is the wrong. Why wrong? I don't think so. Just remove it. I have used enough, more than enough mind. That's why the error comes. Another error. This time what? No magic function called to call max. Okay. I can understand your problem. You need to be a float. Okay, go as a float. Not float, man. It's double. Okay, you do garbadi. Oh shit. No problem. Copy it. What happens now? Again, no function. This time you should work. Okay. Low I, high Y. Too much compilation errors. Let's see this time which error will come. I think I have spent too much time on this question. Let me first rephrase this page. As it is taking too much time. Okay, let me back with a good network first. So I'm back. Let me check it again. There. Network is good or not? Stop this. Very bad network. Let me continue videos in this run. So this time we are getting this error. Again, same type of error very much. Can see. Okay, at the end, only logic matters, not syntax errors. So this time I have get a TLE for this. Okay, TLE. That means this while loop. Where is the while loop? Got too much. Remove this. Again TLE. Why this TLE is coming? Let me do something. Low is equal to mid, high is equal to mid. Nothing. Just to check. Check back. After every turn, see out, low I, mid, high Y, do ender. Again we got TLE man. This type of something is happening. So at very first, for this example, these two, low is 0, low is 1.5, as low is updated. 1, 0 is low, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 0 and 3. So this thing happens. Then again it comes closure. Then it comes closure. 1.96 and 2.06. So at the point it becomes 2 2. After that 2 2 2. That also becomes 2 2 2. If low is 2, high is 2. Okay. And the condition is low I is less than high y. So why not the loop break out? That's the question. Hmm. Let me break it at 20 and see out low y. Then high y. We have got this. Wait. Again clearly doing check plus plus except we becomes 20 then break the loop. Why the loop is not breaking out? What is this open row? Okay. I think I become check is starting from 0. It becomes check plus plus. One time it will becomes 20. Then break. The loop got break out. Function is called areas or return. Check plus plus. Check becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 3, 1.3, 1.2, and another point 2. 1, 2, 3. One last time. 5. Again TLE. What the hell I have done? I'm running a loop. Okay, okay, you come here. Before I print this check. Oh, check becomes 1, check becomes 2, check becomes 3, check becomes 4, check becomes 5. When check out, check goes to 6, man. Okay, I think we do some blender and I'm not able to configure that. When 0, 3, 5. These functions are doing some blunderish things. Weight is becoming very large and I have to still configure the error. Check is 1, low is 103. Where is upper mid and low mid? There is a blank. We are returning area from both functions. Storing in the upper mid, lower mid. Where the values? 103. 103. Hmm. Now this is becoming unbearable. If I am returning 0, then if when check is 1, you should print here there something. Nothing is printed. That means what? Oh, no errors. And still we are not able to do anything. Okay, we have to make this sense. Just call this calculate. See out this calculate upper with mid and here mid. I am taking this mid as y, but this is a float, not float. The I think that explicit type conversion implicit gone wrong. Call this with 1.5. We are getting 0. Okay, we are getting 0. Okay, double variable, again getting 0. Okay, then why you are not printed here? Because of this line. Oh, something happened here and we got a correct answer. This gets to Hmm. Then what was happening before this? I can't understand. So this time we have to calculate the minimum things. Minimum. Minimum means we can do like again high to mid. Not doing break. Can go. Let me again check it. Is there any infinite loop without check? Not an infinite loop. So when answer becomes this tends to calculate about when for minimum. I have got an answer. We can check for mode minimum, so we can do our high by to the mid. So at a time, let me think what happens. I think it go for TLE. What is happening? We have a low, we have a high, we have a mid. Mid function gives correct. We have a low, we have a mid. We calculated something here. This. So what is happening? Can we just see it out? Low is 0, 3. Both it returns 1.5, 1.5. Areas are equal. So in the next 10, I think it can come to 0 to 1.5. Again, areas. This time area becomes 2.5 and 0.75. And this time it becomes 0.75 and 1.5. Areas are this. So upper becomes 1.5, 49, 1.49, approaching to 1.5. This is becomes 1.5. We have proved this 1.5. In this, when we have a 0, we have 1.5, we are going with this. Can I have a mid here also? Oh. हम्म, लो हाई एरिया हो गया बराबर लो हाई 0.75. It's low, it's high 1.5, 0.75. Area becomes upper area become good and upper area is become greater when we are trying to 0.75 and 1.5 something above 0.75 and 1.5. Then mid becomes 1.125. When this is 1.125, mid is wait, mid is 1.125 and both areas are not equal. I'm calculating the areas in the wrong way. That means if the line is here, we can directly subtract this. This is valid when our y is greater than what? Sq of I comma 1. That means it is intersecting. Then we subtract the y. And in else, area just double the length. Same in this case. This will happen when your is y is what? Intersecting. That means y is greater than both. Y lie between this. That means y is greater than this. Oh, that means what? Suppose y is here. First y is here. If my y will intercept, then I will use that formula. Okay. If I'm here, I will not consider you. I'm here, I will not consider you. If y is less than. If y is less than my I1 plus I2, then only this is valid. Otherwise, just do this. Again, again, again. 0, 3, 1.511. This time area becomes 1, 1. Area is the 1. 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 1, 1. When the mid is 0.75 lie here, area becomes something 1.25, 0.75 around. Okay. Then again, when mid becomes 1.1125, area becomes 1, 1. That's correct. When mid is here, area becomes like this. Again, 1.03, 1, 1, 1. So, at a specific time, everything lies on 1. Everything lies on 1. Our low is 1, becomes 1, high becomes 1, mid becomes 1, areas are 1, 1. There should stop because loop will continue when low I is less than high Y. The coordinate. Hmm. When low I becomes 1 and high Y becomes 1, then this loop should stop. And this loop will goes while low I is less than high Y, but when low I is equal to high Y, then should stop. Why you are not stopping, man? This is a double value. This is low, this is high, this is mid. Area becomes 1, 1, area becomes equal, high Y becomes mid. High Y, this parameter becomes 1. Again, low plus high by 2. Low plus high by 2. I think when we use this divide approach, we can't exactly reach the value. We are continuously dividing, dividing, dividing. In, in these double values, will not get the answer. We will not get the exact man. I can explicitly add a check if low I becomes equal high Y and then just break it here. I think the compiler printing the point values, the proc. At a point both becomes equal. High Y minus low Y is less than 0.0000001. Then break it up. Here I can see area becomes equal. Answer should be assigned to middle. Yes. Before baking, make sure your answer is your mid, then break. Finally, let's see what happens when I try to submit it. I'm getting a runtime error and past 564 cases. This got integer overflow. And the description there is like will not exceed 10 to power 12. Area is double and area is double. Double. All the operation will be happen in this double container. Finally, I have solved this question in with a lot of फालतू approaches. It's just a काम चलाओ approach. Okay, bye bye.